Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel today. Today we are going to be doing a sinking fund update for our end of Q3. Can't believe we are 3/4 of the way through the year already, which is crazy. I feel like the year just started, honestly. But yeah, it's already the end of September, and I just want to update you guys on where we are with the sinking funds. So I had put out everything that we have on here already, and we'll just go through it. So starting with the grocery buffer, actually this quarter we were able to do a pretty good job, luckily, and we did increase our grocery buffer by, I have my handy dandy calculator here, so 915 minus 765, $150. For eating out, we actually increased that as well. So that means that we spend less groceries and eating out. And for eating out, we ended up increasing it by $345. No, 55? I think it's 55 actually. Let me use the calculator. 970 minus 585. 385. Oh my god, I was so off. 85. For the gas buffer, this I can do. We did decrease, but it was just $15, so I'm okay with that. That's not too bad. For our date night buffer, that was also a decrease of $140 since we have nothing left in there. But my hubby, his personal spending did increase actually this time around by $260. And then my personal spending increased as well by $245. So I did spend a little bit from here, which is totally fine. For our utilities buffer, that was also an increase, and that was actually a pretty significant increase of, I'm going to do it on the calculator here, honestly. 1610 minus 1175. $435. Once we reach $2,000 for our utilities buffer, I'm probably going to stop. I'm going to try to lower my monthly for utilities, since it means that we are saving too much. For phone bill here, we actually decreased it because we just paid off my phone bill for the year by $135, and that's totally fine. For car insurance, we also had a decrease in that because we just paid off car insurance this month in September. So we had a decrease of $595. However, for retirement, we were able to increase it by $3,500, which is pretty good. And then Terminex, since we did pay for the year, we had a decrease of $90. Birthdays, we did have a positive increase of $50 here because we didn't really have that many birthdays come up, and if we did, I used a gift card. And then for holidays, we had an increase of $150. Same as gifts. So these are all kind of minor, but I'm glad to see a lot of positives. For membership, though, we did have a decrease since we did pay off a lot of our yearly memberships of $215. And then for self-care, we did have a slight decrease, but honestly, this is very minor, of $12. For clothes, we did have an increase, which means we sold some stuff, which is great, of $95. And then household, we also had an increase of $150. So I think for the first page in general, let's see, we had a few decreases. think that was it. All right. Oh, and then 2 more here. But at least there's more increases than decreases. So I'm happy about that. Okay, moving on to our other sinking funds. Toiletries, we had a increase of $150. Health and wellness, we had a decrease, but it was $5 decrease. Car maintenance, we had an increase of $120. And then yard, we also had an increase of $180. Emergency fund stayed the same because we were fully funded and we were not touching that. We had an increase in new house of $1,000. House maintenance, we had an increase of $150. And then furniture was an increase, as well as medical, each by $100. So not too shabby. Electronics, we had an increase of $100 as well. And then donations stayed the same. Hosting, we had an increase of $100, as well as new car and pantry. Because we didn't touch those and we just saved up $100 for the quarter. Next is meat. Meat, we actually had an increase of about $400. So that's a pretty good significant jump. And then renovations, we also had a $400 increase, which I'm happy about. Everyday budgets, I had an increase of $20, so minimal, but still an increase. And then for travel, we had an increase, and I'm going to use my calculator for that, of $5,580. So a pretty significant increase, which I'm really happy about. And our plans might be changing for the year for travel, which means that we might end up saving a lot of this money, which then I'm really happy about. Baby fund, we had an increase as well of $1,240. So on the second page here, we actually had only one bucket decrease, amazingly, which to me is crazy, and that's health and wellness. Everything else was positive. So that's awesome to hear, honestly. So that means in general, we were positive overall for the quarter. Like, these decreases were mostly minor. I mean, I know car insurance was major, but that was supposed to be decreasing since we paid off the car insurance for the next 6 months. Same with phone bill. You know, we did end up spending our date night buffer, but that's totally fine. And then Terminex, I ended up paying for the entire year. And then membership. So these are all like the annual stuff, and they just happen to come out Q3. And then besides that, you know, like $5 decrease for health and wellness, $12 decrease for self-care is pretty minimal in my opinion. So I'm really happy about our third quarter. And I think for the year, when we look at our annual review, we're going to have a pretty significant increase, which makes me super happy to know that. I can't wait to see where we're at for the year, and for the next 3 months, my goal is to just save as much as we can, and hopefully we can get to a really good place by the end of the year. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.